Our youth makes up almost half of the world's population, with the majority being under 25 years old. But in this population, we see a continuing risk of our youth: radicalism, terrorism, abuse. This calls for a need of social work interventions. Our youth is our future, and us as people of society should want and command a good future. According to the National Association of Social workers are responsible for a child's safety and well-being. They're responsible for helping a child when they are in need. So my question to you is, why is there a growing lack of social workers and social justice in rural areas, especially where there is higher rates of poverty, substance abuse, mental health issues, physical health issues, and lack of resources? According to Judy Zimmelman, an empowering counselor and social worker who wrote a dissertation on the lack of services in rural social work, the number of professionals working in rural areas is limited. This therefore leads to a limitation on the funding to provide services and the lack of available counseling, parenting education, addiction treatment, violence treatment, and other necessary interventions leaves the parents in these rural areas feeling isolated and maybe even unsupported. This in turn affects their ability to parent, which affects our future, the youth. Rural social work requires practice at a sophisticated level of understanding of values and ethics. Some communities challenge with confidentiality because there is little amount of social workers, and if the population is small, some of these social workers may be involved in the community that their clients may be involved in as well. There needs to be an established trust, but still maintain the professional distance. One of the main ways that social workers are attending to this issue is by using the ecological model. It applies to the concept of systems to working with the individuals, families, and communities in a way that is appropriate for rural social work. The ecological theory emphasizes the interdependence of organism and its environment. This helps social workers focus more on attributing factors rather than on the cause and effect. Environmental factors are considered, such as school and church, especially in rural areas, workplace and health concerns, and as well as family and community involvement. This theory allows social workers to connect the relationship between the person and their environment or surroundings. This leads to the idea of a change in one system creates a change in the other, and provides an opportunity to identify the specific stressors that affect a person, and in turn helps social workers figure out how and why a child might be in danger. This theory could open up many new and innovating ideas for social workers and the social work community that could lead to helping more and more youth every day. One other way that social workers are tending to this issue is that they are growing future social workers in rural areas. In these rural areas, there is a major need for social workers to help the youth that are struggling in these areas. Introducing students to social work and the wonders of this field can make them potentially want to become a social worker. Conducting field experience can introduce students or future social workers to rural social work and give them time to relate to this kind of rural social work to the work they may be doing in the future, which in turn helps better the future of the community. If someone in their youth was abused or had a bad home life and had no help from any outside sources, such as social workers, they might grow up and find the potential and calling to help someone that might be in the shoes that they were once in. Social work is a wonderful job that helps thousands of youths overcome difficult situations, live in safe environments, and help grow as an individual. With social workers continuously working to improve the issue of social work practices in rural areas, more youth will be put out of danger into happy and healthy arms. One thing that we can do as a community and as a whole is to put ourselves in the shoes of the youth that are out there living without the help of a social worker. The youth that is out there suffering and who feel as if they have no help from anyone or even anyone to talk to. If we can open our hearts and see that there are many communities and youth still struggling in silence, we can make a change in the whole process. We can stand together and fight against child abuse, child endangerment, youth oppression, and everything that falls in between. We can be nice to everyone we talk and encourage them to be nice and open towards others as well. We can also encourage people to become future social workers. This will help incline the amount of rural social workers and help more and more youth every decade. If we spread more happiness, it will eventually outweigh all the bad things. We need to promote the well-being of children by enduring safety, achieving permanency, and strengthen families to be able to be successful and care for their children. If you know someone who might be in danger, you can always call your local social services department. It is better to be safe than sorry. Empower the people around you, especially our youth. They are our future.